Imagine a school turning your child into an overnight internet sensation, dancing on TikTok. I don't know when they're in the classroom, but they dance a lot. It's fine. Auntie, auntie, you are putting your child under the jail, contractually binding them for years to come in an unregistered institution. Hmm? Right. We see. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. Before we do that, our baby needs help. We have got our beautiful nephew here, Untok Ozo, who has done outstanding academically and has been invited in Australia, okay, and offered a scholarship academically and sportsically. So they are asking for our help. So can we reach into our pockets and can we reach into our hearts, donate and contribute towards Ntogozo's Back Abadi Fund so that he can go to Australia and visit the universities that he has been chosen by so that he can pursue his career path, which is engineering, because we know for South Africa we are always in need of engineers. Academically outstanding, those marks are glistening, those marks are golden. So can we take our nephew to Australia? Ngantela, if you have the time, I will leave the link in the description box down below so you can click and donate on his back a buddy, or you can just scan the QR code on your screen so you can make a donation, so you can take Untogozo all the way to Australia so that he can realize amaphupho wakhe. Yan, amukela kunkqubo yami bomthi abakadade bomthi abakagogo bomthi abaka-anti bomthi abakasisi. I am Sims and it's at the right Sims on Instagram. So please follow your sister. I know what a lot has happened in the few days that I have taken off. Guys, I had to recover. We really had a big weekend. Thank you for all your comments on my previous video. Mamela. I mean, now once something is on my chest and I cough it out, once it's out, it's done. I've moved on. But thank you so much, guys. Nye right, Kakulu. We are back to business. Let's not waste any more time. People are like, Grace Mondlana, we want our congratulations back because we thought you bought a house, but then now you're moving again. How are you moving from a house you bought? Whoa, listen, yeah. So Grace initially wanted to purchase the house that she had recently moved into, but then she changed her mind and really revoked her offer to purchase. Therefore, the owner saying, okay, if you are revoking your offer to purchase, please excuse me so that I can sell my house to other people who actually like this house and they can move in and then when TikTok.
I am moving again, but this time I got kicked out. About 6 months ago, I moved into what I thought would be my home for the next couple of years. I even put down an offer to purchase it, but I later on changed my mind. On paper, it just made sense. I was 24, I didn't have a puppy. It was just perfect for me. Until it just wasn't. We clocked 2026 and I had to restructure my long-term financial goals. And unfortunately, purchasing property for my personal use did not make it on the list. And you will of course find out why in due time. So I revoked my offer to purchase this property and I was then issued a notice to leave the property, as the new owner is going to be moving in soon. So for the first time, my moving is involuntary.
So that's what happened, and Grace has moved again because she has revoked her offer to purchase. Guys, buying a house is not child's play. You have to sit down, think long and hard because this is a 20-year binding, binding agreement. Paying for it for 20 years over something that you don't like. So at least more render. You can be like, Zotlala, ngizohamba, ngizohlala, ngizohamba. You know, that flexibility. Also, ownership is taking on so much. It is taking on what a big task. So it's better you own something when you've got all the research knowledge and the finances so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay. So I don't really think into ehlebisayo akusinto ehlebisayo. Mara eklebisayo, Julius, no matter. I see what you guys are doing. I see what you guys are doing. Yes, I saw because people are like, Sims, did you see Julius Malema and Manto at the stadium? Giba Bonile. And they will all favor the same team. Giba Bonile, ngalawa wami. Sorry for saying that you guys are headed for divorce and you guys are very much together. Sorry, uxolo. Uxolo. Ane chuchu. Ane sismantwa. Chabalala, msimani, ngiyadlala, sismantwa matlala. All right. DJ Zinhle is not leaving Bronx. She is not leaving Bronx. DJ Zinhle is a marketing genius. Eh? You guys all saw that video where she was teasing her. There's something heavy on her heart and she's leaving. She's leaving. And people were like, oh my God, she's going to leave that tutorial. You know, no, that man is going to be her ex-husband, but not right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. In fact, she was only promoting her festival. You know, Zinhle has that festival, Zinhle Nation Fest Nation. I don't pronounce it because I haven't been to one, but she's got an amazing festival that she always throws every year. So she was just announcing this one, but it was just a cute marketing spin on that festival of all festivals. While there was a lot of drama surrounding her marriage, she's a marketing genius. You guys know that. You guys, ha! Now let us get into the big story of the day. CPC School, hey, Christian Progressive College. That school is currently in a lot of hot water. If you don't know what that school is, it is that school that is producing a lot of TikTok stars. They always have those dancing videos. They are producing superstars because also the students that are at that school also have albums and music. We see a lot of them on YouTube, having YouTube channels. Wait again. So this school allegedly is currently under fire after a video went viral. Guys, it's a long video, but I'm going to need you to watch the allegations that were made about the school. From the school giving students bursaries, but those bursaries turning out to be contractual binding agreements that the school will have control over your likeness and your image for a number of years. Not only just that, but it is also said that this school is not registered with Umalusi. Imagine, it hasn't been registered since 2023, and the school says that they offer matric. So now my concern is the matriculants from last year and the previous year before. What happened to their results? How did they write exams if they are not registered with Umalusi? There is so much going on, but I'm going to need you to watch the next video. It is almost 5 minutes long. I think, guys, you have 5 minutes to spare. Let's watch this video and then let's discuss.
I know you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. There's a school here on TikTok that's always dancing. You've probably wondered when these kids actually learn. They recruit them, give them bursaries, turn them into TikTok stars, and then they own them for 5 years minimum. I got my hands on a contract that was sent to me, and what I'm about to show you is one of the most concerning agreements I've ever seen. Stay with me. This might be the longest video I've ever done. Let me break down every single clause that should worry parents. Also, I have to say, I've redacted the name of the school because based on my research, I found that this contract was given to parents on the side. So they might come after me for defamation. And I ain't got it like that. They call it a bursary. It sounds generous, right? Free education, free accommodation, food, clothing. But the contract states in clause 3.3, all bursary-related costs are fully sponsored by the school/label and are recoupable. That means, according to this contract, it's not a gift. It's treated as a loan. Every meal, every night's accommodation, school uniform. The contract allows the school to keep a tab running. And according to this agreement, the child has to pay it back through labor, image, and earnings for years. Clause 4.1. This agreement shall remain in force for fixed term of 5 years. Your 13-year-old signs this, they're locked in until they're 18. But wait, it gets worse. 4.2. Upon completion of grade 12, the school or label have an option to re-sign or renew the learner/artist for a minimum period of 3 years. So that's 8 years minimum if the school decides they are profitable. And clause 4.4 Until expiry or written clause, the learner slash artist remains contractually bound. Translation: your child is property for nearly a decade, starting as a minor. Clause 5, post-matric album obligation. After your child writes matric, they must deliver one full studio album to the school, commercially acceptable, meaning the school decides if it's good enough. Only after delivering this album can your child elect to exit. But remember clause 5.3, exit shall only be permitted once all obligations and recoupment requirements are met. So your 18-year-old writes matric, delivers an album, and still can't leave until the school says the debt is paid. This is how they extend the contract beyond 5 years. Now let's talk money, because this is where it gets evil. Clause 6.2, digital sales split. The child gets 10%. 10%. Ema. Clause 6.3, payment commences only after full recoupment of expenses. So the school adds up everything and the child doesn't see a cent until all is paid back. And who decides when it's all paid back? The school. Then clause 7.1, until recoupment, the split is 70% to the school, 30% to the child. So if your child generates 100,000 in bookings, the school takes 70,000 Rand. Your child gets 30,000 Rand. That 30,000 Rand goes towards recoupment first. So actually, your child gets nothing until the school says the debt is cleared. Clause 8, endorsements and sponsorships. The school negotiates everything. Your child can't do deals independently. And the split, 50-50 after expenses. So if Coca-Cola wants to sponsor your child for 500,000 Rand, the school takes 250,000 Rand. And guess what counts as expenses? Whatever the school says. Marketing, management, development costs. All deducted before the split. Your child's face is worth 500,000 Rand. The school takes half, then deducts expenses. Your child might see 50,000 Rand if they're lucky. And remember, this is after recoupment. So that 50,000 Rand also goes towards paying back the bursary. Clause 10, penalty for side bookings. If your child accepts any booking without the school's permission, even a birthday party performance, here's what happens. The school can take the 10,000 Rand, kick them out of school, still demand them to pay back the bursary, then sue them for damages. Clause 9.5, the parent or guardian clause. Now, this one is crazy. Parents can't act as a manager. They can't negotiate bookings or accept offers on behalf of their child without written consent from the school. So even though you are the legal guardian, you have signed away your parental rights to manage your own child's career. Here's what this school appears to create. A school uses free education as bait to recruit talented children, then locks them in for about 5 to 8 years as minors, according to these terms, takes 70 to 90% of their earnings per revenue splits, claims ownership of their music, controls their social media, prevents parents from intervening, and calls it a bursary.
Sana, those are very damning allegations. Sana, it is scary that parents are willing to sign away literally their children's lives so easily because of this idea of success. But you are not thinking for tomorrow or the day after that. Ucabangela nje indaba eyamanje, ukuthi ngifuna umntwana wami abe yi-star, aphume. And did you hear? It's not even like it's just 8 years. They say until they recoup all the money back that they have spent on your child. We have seen this sort of contract with a lot of artists and record labels. We have seen artists going broke while being under a record label because the record label gives you what they call an advance. But then they like, you need to give us 5 albums so that we can release you. You end up not even giving these 5 albums because now you're no longer working from a place of passion, but you're working from a place of desperation. These kids are going to start off young. Imagine being 9 years old, 10 years old right now, being bound for 8 years in a contract, and you don't even have the next 8 years of your life figured out because you're literally just a child. And then now you are bound to this contract that is keeping you there until you literally an adult. And then even after that, they say, if they have not yet recouped all their financial gain from you, you will still be under their thumb and under their authority. So ithini le nto leyo kahle kahle? Do you understand? I'm just thinking about the emotional distress, the mental health implications that it will have on these children. Okay, it's cute and fun now. We love watching them. We love seeing them dancing. But imagine now watching them knowing what adversity they are faced with, because this is literally like traumatic. Hi, Sana. No, ask Kunmen in the comment section down below.